Hello everybody, Dylan here, and today we are going to be doing another comic review. Today's comic review is Sonic Forces Stress Test. This is the second IDW comic tying in with Sonic Forces. I already reviewed the first one, so if you want to go see that, go watch that right now. It'll be in the description of this video and in the annotations at the end. First thing we're going to do is look at the cover of this comic, just like we did last time. The cover isn't anything too impressive, and it definitely isn't as good as the last issue's cover, but it still shows that they tried with this cover, because we see liquid surrounding both Silver and Knuckles, and if you look in the background, you can actually see the shadow of what this liquid is. It's actually Chaos, and Chaos is going to be starring in today's comic. So, it's an alright issue, it's just nothing compared to the cover of issue 1. Now, we see in page 1 of this comic that Knuckles is just relaxing on Angel Island, guarding the Master Emerald, same as always, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Silver comes to tell him a dire message about the future, like Silver always tends to do. The artwork is great, and it's just as good as it was in issue 1, so nothing really to talk about art-wise here. We go on to page 2, where we see that Knuckles is seeing hallucinations, obviously, because his past village from all the way back thousands of years ago is back, but it's fizzing in and out like it's a computer simulation. And then they notice that Chaos is also forming from the Master Emerald. Now we see in the next page, Knuckles immediately gets hit by Chaos, proving that this is definitely a real creature. So yeah, they start fighting him, and like always, they have a difficult time fighting a being made of water. Silver has a plan, and then we see in the next part of this comic that it's actually really cool. Silver is using his psychokinesis to try to pull back against Chaos. This is mostly just fighting, this comic, so if you were expecting some plot, there's not much here plot-wise. In the next page, we see that both Silver and Knuckles are continuing the assault on Chaos, when Knuckles finally gets one real good punch on Chaos's head, completely making him vanish, and Knuckles is trying to figure out who this was, and then Silver continues to tell Knuckles that the world is in danger. Knuckles ends up flying off with Silver in the next panel to go see what Eggman is up to, and we see that Eggman was using the Phantom Ruby here to test out its capabilities. He was testing it out by bringing back Chaos and by temporarily bringing back Knuckles' clan. So overall, if you like just a good brawl, this is a good comic, but there wasn't much going on here besides fighting. We get a little bit of hint of who this Silver is, which is kinda something the game doesn't tell us, so we got that. But other than that, Knuckles is extremely in character. Nothing too extraordinary happens with him. It's just one big fight scene, and then that's it. The artwork is great like it was in the first issue, but the lack of story here is what really makes issue 2 kind of a letdown for me. So yeah, if I had to compare this to the first issue is better, because we got to actually see an OC, which is pretty cool because that's the whole gimmick of the game. We actually got to get some character development with this guy. Meanwhile, with this one, it's just a standard romp with Knuckles and Silver. The only useful thing we get is that Knuckles has met this Silver before. That's really the only useful information we got from this comic. So overall, this comic is good, but just not as good as the original. I hope you guys enjoyed this comic review. If you did, hit the like button. If you really like it, hit the share button. And if you want to see more content like this, then subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.